Okay, good day guys. Welcome to my community. This Crypto Foski. Actually making this video to orient those persons who are interested in knowing more about how Elliot Wave Strategy work, so you can get to know how it works and how to find it in the market, how to count it, and how to use it or implement it on your trading. Elliot Wave is a very simple strategy that has 5 motive wave and 3 corrective wave. And the 5 motive wave, you can use Roman figure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to count, or use numeral 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then the motive corrective wave, you use ABC either in capital letter or small letter. Now, Elliott wave works for both uptrend and downtrend, but for the um, purpose of this class, I'll be using an uptrend market to explain. I believe most of you have gotten the PDF file I sent to explain Elliott wave before now. So this one I'm doing just to throw more light for some persons that still don't get it. Now Elliott wave, like I said, it has 5 motive wave and 3 corrective wave. Now this is volatility 751S. Now on my derivative, I'm on a trade which is currently moving over $13 for me. Now I use Elliott wave to actually enter this trade. Now let me show you how this thing works and how you can fish it out. Now if you want to use Elliott wave, you go to a recent low in the market. Now if you look at this point, you see 2 double bottom. A double bottom for one is one sign to show you that the market is about to make a reversal upwards. Then apart from that, if you look at the second double bottom, which is the recent one before it starts the Elliott wave movement here, you see there is another low. It's a low I can start counting from. You must count Elliott wave from a low. If you are going you are going for uptrend, you must start from a low. Make sure that where you are starting, you start to count your one from is the lowest point in the market at that time frame you are using. Now I'm using 4 hours time frame. Remember, your time frame you are counting with is very important as well. Elliott wave can sometimes show you buy in 1 day time frame. Sometimes it can show you sell in 4 hours time frame, because both time frame are different. So you take note of your time frame. Now 4 hours time frame, if you see here, I started counting my Elliott wave from this support line here. From the low I counted up here 1, then down 2. The 2 must not come below 1. If anything happens and the 2 comes below, somehow breaking this low at this resistance zone, is invalid. That means Elliott wave has not started. So you now have to look for another low, which will not be where the 2 falls to. Are you getting? So we see here that the 2 must not be below the 1. So 2, then 3 goes up from 2. Sometimes the 3 and 5 is usually the longest on Elliott wave, mostly on currency pairs. But when you come to volatility pairs, sometimes the 1 can be longer than 3. Like if we see, looking at this one, we see that the 1 is longer than the 3, the movements for 3. So after 3 we have 4 came down here. Then after 4, make sure your 4 is not lower than 2. Your 4 must not be lower than 2. If your 4 is lower than 2, probably coming below this point, you already have an invalid Elliott wave. That means it's not counting yet. You have to start counting again from that place where 4 fall to. It will not be a recent low. So 4 must not be lower than 2. Actually, there is a Fibonacci retracement for calculating Elliott wave exactly, but for the sake of beginners, I'm not going to add Fibonacci. If not, I would have let you know the points in Fibonacci retracement where you can count your Elliott wave from. Maybe from wave 1, how you can get wave 2, how you can get wave 3, wave 4, like that. But this one is already happening market, so I count from my low 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After 5, take note, after 5 there must be a correction. The correction will now be A, B, C. A comes down, you see it here, A comes down, B goes up to test where 5 got to. That is a retest. Then it will do, after retesting that point, it will come down. Sometimes it might not get to that point. That's why if you look at the file, most time The Elliott wave can be following a zigzag pattern, it can be following a narrow pattern, it can be following a parallel pattern depending on the chart. Sometimes you can just see, like if I'm to draw something on this chart now, I think this one is following an upward pattern, just going like this from, let's say, from 1 to A, then from 2 to 5, or let me put it above. If you observe, it's following a zigzag pattern, so it's going up. Are you getting? So sometimes your Elliott wave can be narrow, sometimes can be wide, sometimes can be just straight, horizontal, so depending. So that is that for that. Let me remove this trend line, it's not really the important thing. So after I've counted my 5, now I wait for, I can enter a sell from the point of A, you know, it will retest back to 5, so you can enter a buy from here. After you have observed the market, that this market is settling down now to go and retest for B, then you can enter a buy. But if you can't get the exact point for B, for A, where A will fall to, you just need to know that A must not fall below 4, or sometimes I just get to the level of 4 before pulling back. Are you getting? So it gets, A gets there, then goes above to B. Then another thing you can do, you can take a sell, set a sell limit from this point where 5 got to. Probably you are waiting for B, set a sell limit, put your stop loss just a little bit above, then set your buy, your TP to come to 4 zone. Sometimes Elliott wave, the last wave which you see, normally comes to rest on 4, or goes to where 1 started, which is this the low. But and in this case it didn't fall down to that place, so it fall, I think, close to where the 4 got to, then it start moving back up. Now I want to show you some, so that you understand that this thing works for any time frame. Now from this place of C, now there's another Elliott wave that happened from this place. Now let me show you in 1 hour time frame, because if you look at 4 hour time frame, this thing is not yet showing very well. But let me go to 1 hour time frame, so you see it. I told you different time frame can give you different charts when it comes to using this Elliott wave. Now this is 1 hour time frame. Remember, this is our C, this is where our C ended. Now I want to count Elliott wave motive now, 1 to 5. Now this is the 2 I use for my Elliott wave motive. Now put 1 in place of that. Okay, come in, let me do it again, I made a mistake. Okay, go to your 2. The first one here you are seeing here is my Elliott wave motive. If you don't have it, you can add it. You can just add the 2. Scroll. Fibonacci are there, Elliott wave motive and corrective, you can see it here. So they are there. So I've already added mine. So just to highlight, the first one here is the motive wave. So starting from C, counts from C to where it's move up to, the I after C, which is this place. It's 1. Then from that 1 down to the low it makes will be your 2. Make sure your 2 must not be lower than where the 1 starts from, which is that C point. So this is okay. Let me start over again for some persons that might not understand. Now this is where I'm starting my 1 from. Now take notes. My 1 is starting from C and it's going to this point. It's going to that point. You know why? Because this first one and this second, they are both at the same point. So you can't count this one probably something like this. You now count like 1, you come here 2, you come here 3. No, your 3 must be higher than 1. Are you getting? So you can't count that way. So what you do is that you count this as 1. So this becomes your 1. Here becomes your 2. Then down to up to where the next I becomes your 3, which is that place there. Then the next low here becomes my 4. Then the next I, which is here, yes, yeah, becomes my 5. Then I'm seeing A, B, C now. Currently I took the market from, sorry, I want to get something correctly. I want to get show you the ABC now. So I took the market from here. This is A, coming. So from the point of 5, actually, where the market got to, let me try to highlight something very well. So this is the point of 5. Now from 5 it did A downwards. From 5 it came downwards to this thing is, you have to enlarge it so that, okay, my trade there is disturbing. Okay, let me use another tool. Let me use this. Let me copy this and just use it. I want to show you where the A start moving from. Now from this place of 5, which is this top, it moved down here. As you can see, it moved down to this place, this point. Now that's for 1 is my A. Are you getting? So what I did is that I set a sell limit, waiting for this trade to come and trigger at this point. Now let me draw it with, take note, this one with just like a triangle here. Top of triangle is the corrective. This second one after the Fibonacci is the corrective. This first one by this side, by the left, is the motive. Are you getting? So let me put the corrective now. ABC. So A at this point, B comes to where 5 actually trace to. So that's B. Then it's coming for C. Now C will probably fall to the point of 4, which is where I put my TP, as you can see there. So this is A, B, and C. So you see that in 1 hour time frame, I've drawn another Elliott wave from here, from this C point here down to this point 1, down to go upwards now at this point exactly. That's 3. Then coming down a little, 4. Then going. You know why I didn't use this place actually? Let me show you. Why I didn't use this point actually for my 5 is because this point here, it's actually moved. It didn't move lower than the theory, so I can't count it as 5. It's still a continuation of the movement. Are you getting? So you go to the next eye and put your 5 there. You need to be able to master the strategy. It's very easy once you can practice it. So from 5 we now have A, then it goes back up from here, from the A. From A now, let me try to copy this. Okay, goes up to B. From A to B, then from B comes down to C. So this is the current thing the market is actually trying to play out, playing out the C. Are you getting? So this is complete Elliott wave in motion here, complete Elliott wave. Now after the C, now what the market will do, it will continue another, probably another motive 1 2 3 4 5, or it will break the pattern and maybe take a downward trend. So I'm going to watch out for that. But for now, you can see I'm already making quite some profit. I think up to $15 on this trade. Now it's a good thing when you know how to use Elliott wave, because it helps you to map out market direction, where the market is going to, and all of that. Are you getting? I believe the video should be comprehensive enough. It's already becoming too long, more than what I expected. So I'm going to post it for most of you guys that are already on the group waiting for this. Please, if you don't still understand or get any points from this explanation I've made, you can ask me. I will explain better for you. Then I also advise you go to volatility 75 points on your MT5 and try to experiment. Look for trend lines. Go to gold. You can use gold pair. Gold obeys Elliott wave very well. Go to gold. Try to experiment this thing and get to know it better yourself. There are other videos online in case mine is not clear enough that can still help you understand what Elliott wave is really all about. And trust me, if you can use Elliott wave, you can master your strategy. You can use it as your strategy and use it to make the market consistently. Forex is not for the weak, yes we know, but those that have the key are those persons that actually make consistent profits in this market. So that's that for that. See, I come your way again, Scripto Foski. Have a nice time. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel in case you are watching this video from my channel or wherever you're watching from. Do like and share. Thank you and God bless you. Bye bye.